and welcome back to another video. Today, in the first episode of Engines of RJ Corman, we will be discussing the SD40T-2, better known as the tunnel motor. So let's jump right in and learn the history of this engine. The term tunnel motors was a nickname describing the SD45T-2 and later SD40T-2, built during a nearly 10-year period starting in the early 1970s. The idea began as a test by Electromotor Division and Southern Pacific to solve an overheating issue with locomotives in tunnels. Engineers from both companies tried several different ideas to reduce and hopefully eliminate locomotives from overheating inside the long tunnels and snow sheds found along the Southern Pacific's main line in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California and Nevada. Ultimately, they determined that by merely moving the air intakes near the bottom of the car body to draw in cooler air would solve the issue, and the idea proved successful. Later on, the Denver and Rio Grande Western used the same concept on a large order of SD40T-2s, which was also purchased by the Southern Pacific. Ironically, there are no longer in the environments which necessitated their development. Today, many of these units remain in service on various short lines and regionals as follows: the Wheeling in Lake Erie, Arkansas and Oklahoma, the Chicago, Fort Wayne and Eastern, the Kyle Railroad, the Lancaster and Chester, Missouri and Northern Arkansas, Ohio Central, my beloved.
Boy, get out of here. This ain't your turn yet.
Indiana and Ohio, New England Central, the New York Susquehanna and Western, the Northern Plains Railroad, the Ringneck and Western, and RJ Corman. Three notable mainline railroads that had tunnel motors were the Bessemer and Lake Erie, later Canadian National, and the Union Pacific. On the BNLE, these former Southern Pacific SD45T-2s were rebuilt into what is now known as an SD40T-3M, or SD40T-3. While Union Pacific inherited hundreds of these locomotives from the Grand and the SP, all of them would be retired by 2010. Almost all of them would be scrapped later that same year. Canadian National still has most of their inherited tunnel motors from the BNLE. They can be seen leading heavy iron ore trains deep in the iron ranges of Michigan and Wisconsin, with a handful of them still in the iconic BNLE orange and black. RJ Corman purchased 9 SD40T-2 tunnel motors across their various lines, consisting of a mix of former DNRGW and SP locomotives. Some identified units in their fleet include as follows: number 5353, 5361, 5372, 5409, 8336, 8569, 8718, 8799, and 8861.
So I'll be out till I die, and I'll grab a mic till I make it.
The RJ Corman SD40T-2 is powered by the ever-iconic EMD 16-cylinder 645 E3 prime mover, producing 3,000 horsepower. The locomotive is 70 feet 8 inches long. It has a width of 10 feet and 3 inches. The height is 15 feet 7.5 inches. The locomotive weighs 368,000 pounds, has a fuel capacity of 4,400 US gallons. When the locomotives were brought to Corman, they were fitted with a Nathan Airchime K5LA. Here's a few samples of that.
The 9 SD40T-2s have served RG Corman well for over 20 years, but unfortunately, their time is running out. In December of 2023, Corman acquired 11 former Norfolk Southern notch-nose SD70Ms from Progress Rail. These SD70 locomotives were painted up in the company's red and silver paint scheme around early 2024. These new acquisitions will be replacing the tunnel motors over the coming years. Who knows how long Corman will be keeping them around, but only time will tell.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please go check out some other ones on this channel. And while you're at it, you can go check out my second channel, right in the description down below. Anyways, till next time.